Alright, welcome back to Aaron's 1972 Datsun 510. As you saw me drawing on the whiteboard, I've got quite a few things to do. Some of those things are replace the inner sill here. Once I replace that inner sill, I'll then be able to go ahead and put in the rear floorboard here, which will then allow me to make the seat mount. Once I get that done, I'll probably cut out a little bit more of this rocker panel. I didn't want to cut out too much more of it since on these Datsuns, the floor pan is also part of the structural rigidity, so I want to make for sure to get that all up to where it needs to be. Then I'll go ahead and work on this rear wheel arch to include making sure to patch up the inner wheel arch as well. As you see, there's some rust holes in that back area as well. This project is taking much longer than I thought it was going to, but I'm learning a ton about rust repair, and this car is going to be in really good shape, I think, whenever it's done, including a much better mount for the seat belt and a whole bunch of other stuff that I've done along the way. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and question below, and I'm usually pretty quick about answering back. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Alright, so I cut out the final inner sill. This piece will be put over there. I'm going to use this new tool that I got that actually crimps pieces so you can lay them flat into each other, so it recesses. It also has a hole punch in it to hole punch for plug welds. I'm going to be using the hole punch portion for the plug welds for this portion to go along and mount. So hopefully this works. I haven't tried one of these before, but it seemed like a good tool, and looking forward to it. Don't make a mess. Okay. I should just be able to put it right here, anywhere along this spot, and then go. Okay, there you go. And there's a little hole. So I don't have to do a ton of drilling to get them done. I just put it in however far apart I want. And there you go. There's another hole. I am liking this tool so far. That is cool. All right, so there you go. Instead of having to do a whole bunch of drilled holes, I'm able to do this and punch those holes right in that steel, and I mean that punched them quick. I am quite happy with the way that turned out. So, so far, this Harbor Freight tool, and it's not the tool's fault that's leaking air, this tool seems really good. So I would recommend it so far. See whether it holds up. Alright, so as you saw, I just cut out the final sort of structural piece on this back portion. I didn't see the car drastically droop, but now I've got another panel that I'm actually going to weld on to that piece right there after I cut out the final piece of metal. But first, because I'm putting two pieces of metal over the top of each other, and it's not just a small lip, but actually quite a bit, I needed to get some sort of weld-through primer. And so this copper weld I picked up from Finish Masters. I am going to try it out and see how well it works. It costs about 26 bucks a can, so it's definitely not the cheapest thing I've ever used. Actually, it costs more than the sheet metal I'm going to put on there. The sheet metal was free. But what this is supposed to do, it's supposed to allow you to weld through it as well as prevent rust, so that way you don't have Hopefully won't have to ever do this again on this car, let's hope. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. It says to use 2 light coats on both the pieces, so I'll spray this part as well as the part I'm going to put on. So I'll hopefully be able to tell you after I'm done whether or not I like this product or don't like this product. Really is going to depend on whether or not I can or can't weld through it. So yeah, back to it. All right, so I'm done for the evening. This looks like this inner sill is complete. It is 23, 29. About 2 hours and 15 minutes to make the new sill, to cut out some of the old pieces, as well as to prime and plug weld that onto itself. Only time will tell whether this is a robust enough fix. I provided myself a little bit of extra fold over piece here where I'm actually going to likely crease and bend, so that way it will fold over and attach to the inner piece, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I believe the next piece that I'm going to start working on is the actual rocker panel itself. So yeah, but that's what I'm going to do for tonight. Again, October 7th, just got the inner sill finished, which is something that's really been bugging me for a while, but it's definitely, much more solid here than it was. And whenever I wrap it around and tie it back into the inner arch, it's going to be even more sturdy. So I'm happy with the way it's turned out so far, and I think the changes to it are going to be for the better. I did cut this piece out, which I was a little worried about, because that's what connected the sort of the outer piece and inner piece and everything around was right here in this area. So we'll make for sure that we tie that sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching. Now just to clean up and move the Figaro back inside. I cut out the finer. It happens all the time, babe. I cut out the finer. Gosh, dang, I did it twice in a row.